It was in the early 50s, I believe 1956. My grandpa, Arnold Jasper Thomas was his name, AJ, started a lumber reloading business in the south coast of Oregon, Coos Bay, North Bend, Bandon, Coquille area. My dad worked for him, was his only employee, and they would reload lumber and rail cars. They'd ship those cars throughout the whole U.S. They did that for about 10 years. In the late 60s, it was a cyclical business. In the reloading business, the lumber market was not doing very well. It was in a real downturn. And my dad told my grandpa, he says, I have to go find a job. I can't, we don't have enough work to keep two of us busy, or three. I think they had 3 or 4 employees at the time. There was a beer and wine distributor that they bought. It had 2 employees, and it was called North Bend Distributing. They bought that, and then my dad kind of just worked that business, and they had brands of, I believe, Lucky Lager and Miller Beer and Gala Wine. Those were the brands they had. And then over time, as those brands grew throughout the 70s and early 80s, the beverage distribution expanded. How we got in the trucking business in 1971, my dad had a hard time getting people to haul product for him off the I-5 corridor to the Coos Bay, North Bend area, so he bought a flatbed truck, and he had a truck driver, and he drove down to either Northern California once a month to get a load of wine, or go down to Los Angeles to get a load of his beer. Philip Morris, I believe, bought Miller Brewing Company at some time in that point, and then they kind of really expanded that business. So that brand started growing more. So as that grew more, he had to get more trucks. Then in the beverage distribution business, he befriended other distributors in Oregon, like the distributor in Salem. And then we started hauling for other distributors throughout the state. In the mid-'80s, we were a beverage company, distribution company, and a trucking company, and a reload still. We kind of had 3 divisions up here in Eugene. A lot of the big suppliers like Miller's, Budweiser, Coors, they were wanting consolidation within their wholesale distribution network. So then in the early 2000s, we were a part of a distributor based in Eugene called Premier Distributors. Then we still had the trucking business, and back at that time we had probably about 80 to 85 trucks. But our niche was hauling beverage-related products for wholesalers in the wholesale beverage distribution business out of the Northwest down into California, and then lumber manufacturers like Roseburg Forest, Weyerhaeuser, GP, we'd haul their lumber down into California. In the 2007, the beverage distribution was sold or spun off to a bigger company called Columbia Distributing. My parents then pretty much retired out of the business, and then I had some shares in the beverage distribution business, or my family did. So I wanted to kind of keep, carrying on the family business when I bought the trucking from my mom and dad in 2008.